Hello, friends. Welcome to episode 15 of the Kpop Weekly Podcast with Emily Mallon. I'm your host. So happy to be here. Thank you for joining me again for yet another week of new music reviews and Kpop news. This week, I have a nice lineup for you, a little bit of something for everyone. The boys of RIIZE released a new single. Fourth generation It Girls, Itzy, have a full album I'm going to review for you. And a slept on group that I want to give some attention to has an amazing comeback. I can't wait to talk about it. SF9. So we've got all of that. We've got K-pop news, busy week in K-pop. KCON just announced their plans for the entire year. Some new locations, exciting stuff. I'll get to that when we get to the K-pop news. How's your new year going? Happy New Year. We're into the second week of January. I feel like I'm just kind of getting back in the groove of things. Like I'm getting back to my routine and back to stuff. Last week kind of felt like a blur. Maybe because New Year's Day was on a Monday. It just was like, now I'm kind of getting back in the swing of things. And I hope you are too. Huge announcement next week. Fandom Face-off is back. A to E versus Engine. It's going down right here. I've got an amazing guest judge for this lined up. It's going to be a really fun one. So be sure you tune in next week for the second Fandom Face-off. If you don't know what Fandom Face-off is, it's a way to talk about our favorite groups without tearing other groups down. It's a way to share why you're passionate about your favorite group and pick a song and a music video that you think best showcases what they do and encompasses what they do. A special guest judge who has no idea about these groups, not a K-pop fan at all, will listen to the songs, watch the music videos, hear the passionate pleas from the fans, and that judge alone decides who wins. Our first one was Stay and Moa. I think it went really well. It was a really fun, positive, uplifting conversation where we all shared our love for music. I'm tired of fan wars. If you're in this space, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to switch things up a little bit and keep things civil and have conversations with fans from opposing sides where we realize we all get along and we all vibe to this thing called K-pop. So next week's going to be great. Really looking forward to that one. Be sure to tune in. But let's get to tonight's show because I have a lot of music I want to talk about and review. Up first, it's the girl group Itzy. Itzy is a 5-member girl group. They debuted on JYP in 2019. For this comeback, however, there's only 4 members. Leah is on hiatus for health reasons. So they did the album with the 4 remaining members, although she does appear. She has her own solo song. I'll talk about that when we get into the album. The album is called Born to Be. They gave us 10 songs. I like this trend in 2024. We're getting full albums in K-pop again. Thank you. Let's keep it going. They had 2 pre-release singles, and then the title track is the 3rd single. It's called Untouchable. I like this. I like this, ladies. I feel like Itzy is finally back. To be honest, some of their recent releases didn't work for me. So I was pleasantly surprised by Untouchable. It has a great beat. It's sassy with an edge, a little bit of EDM sound here. They do sit kind of that sing talking a lot, but I think without Leah, that actually works really well for this group. For the personnel they have, they capitalized on their strengths. Catchy chorus. I like this chorus. This is sassy girl power. I'm untouchable. I'm never mad at that. I love those songs. And this one really works because the chorus has a really great beat drop. Love it. I love the beat in the chorus. Here for this one. And I think this vibe fits them better. When I think of Itzy, I think of like the sassy little shoulder dancing. And I think of songs like Not Shy. You know, they were pretty brash and in your face 2019, 2020. And then kind of maybe lost their way a little bit sonically, musically. There was some stuff that didn't quite work for me. I think a song like this, a song like Untouchable, works a lot better than the cutesy stuff, than put my sneakers on. For me, that didn't really quite gel with the group. It didn't feel as natural. I think with this one, it feels like this is who they are. There's something here that's like, yes, they're selling it to me. Performance wise, I'm buying it. I really like this song. Itzy can pull this off. They can pull off the bravado, I'm the best. They have some spunk in there. They're not exactly a cutesy girl group. And you all know, I appreciate that. So I think Untouchable is a great single. This is infinitely better than the past couple singles. For me, this felt like, okay, Itzy's back. They're back in the conversation for these powerful girl groups. And you know the market is flooded with these really good girl K-pop groups. So I think this was an important comeback for Itzy, and they nailed it. Untouchable is great. Let's talk about the music video. Great choreography. These girls slay the choreography. Love it. Before talking about the rest of the music video, I have to talk about the choreography. I really like it when they're in kind of a lineup. They do some interacting with one another, which is always fun for the viewer to see. This choreography really works. And honestly, no shade to Leah because she's one of my favorite members, but the four of them gel very well together. It wasn't a tragedy to lose a member for this comeback, to have her on hiatus, because these four work very well together. So sometimes it's a massive deal when a member is on hiatus and there's a comeback. I don't want to put down any other groups, but there's a girl group I really like who had two members on hiatus for a recent comeback. And it was felt. They lost their spark not having those ladies there. For this one, I felt like it all worked. It was okay. They pulled it off. So congratulations to them. That choreography killed. I love it. It's sassy. It's fun. The styling in the music video, for the most part, I really liked it. But in the first part, they're wearing these outfits that are kind of like blue and white, and they look too casual. I don't think they gel with the concept. I love the all black. They have another costume that's white with kind of black piping. It all goes together. But then there's these like casual looks that I would have left out. I don't think that was maybe the right call. Um, let's talk about my girl Yeji. Oof. I don't know if it's the orange hair. I don't know. But Yeji is the star of this music video. She looks so confident and really comfortable in the spotlight. I thought she kind of shined the brightest, killed it. The leader is here. She's definitely ready to take center stage. Yeji stood out to me the most. That said, all four members looked beautiful. They all look really, really pretty. I like the pink long hair on Rujin, but I've got to say, Rujin has changed so much since Itzy came out. And that's not a good or bad thing. We all change, we all evolve, maturity wise, but also looks wise. She's a beautiful, like, K-pop idol. She always was, and she definitely is now. But I think her look now, she looks similar to a lot of the female K-pop idols. And I think before there was something that was a little bit different that a lot of fans related to or vibed with. So it stands out to me because to me, she was like the spunky center of this group. And in the past year or so, that seems to have kind of gone away. And now she just blends in more. Never a bad thing in a group to have them blend and meld and move as a unit. But it's just something I've noticed that the vibe with her has changed. She looks stunning, don't get me wrong. It's just a different look. So not good or bad, it's just noticeable. There's not like a massive storyline in this music video, and you don't always need one. You know, the theme is that they're untouchable. So like there's all these people in black like SWAT team masks trying to attack them and they can't. Like it's like they have a force field around them. They're so untouchable. And just looking beautiful and like cool choreography. There's not a crazy storyline or tons of stuff going on here. But again, I don't think you need that in every single K-pop music video. Sometimes it works to just serve looks, kill the choreography, good styling. It works. So I think all in all, this was a great comeback for Itzy. Untouchable is very catchy. My favorite title track that they've had in a long time. Itzy's back with this one. But let's talk about the rest of the album. Okay, Itzy gave us 10 songs. These were my 3 standout tracks on the album: Mr. Vampire, Crown on My Head, and Blossom. So, Mr. Vampire was one of the pre release tracks. This one to me stands out because it's very, very different. Interesting music and instrumentation here. That beat and the sliding piano, it grabs me. It's very cool. It's very different. I think it works. And at first I was like, wait, what is this? What is happening here? I wasn't sure, but it grew on me about halfway through the song. I like the bridge. I like, there's some nice vocal moments here. I like to hear Rujin singing. She sounds great. So that was a pleasant surprise. This is a good song. It's different. It's cool. This one worked for me way better than Born to Be. Born to Be wasn't my favorite. Mr. Vampire, good song. Crown on My Head is Yeji's solo. There's more of a rock edge here, and the chorus is good. This reminded me of like Paramore Light. If you know Paramore, that group, this was very much like a lighter version of a song they would do, a little pop punk emo style, and I think she pulled it off. My last standout track from this Itzy album is Blossom. This is a Leah solo. So even though she's not around for the comeback, we got a solo from her. She has my fave voice in Itzy. She's my favorite vocalist in this group. And Blossom is kind of this R&B pop song. I love that vibe, and she really pulled it off. This is by far my favorite solo song. It's kind of, it's mid tempo. It's cool. It's got its own groove. It's got its own feel. It's a little mature. There's a little bit of a sexy vibe here, and I'm not mad at it. I think Leah can do that. Also, really different sound than the rest of the album, and I appreciated that. This is just my personal taste, but I lean more towards an R&B sound. So my ears perked up when this one came on. I appreciate this one. So it's time for bias talk and Itzy. My bias, it's Yeji. I believe Yeji has always been my bias since I started reviewing Itzy. I love her. And I think in this comeback, she killed it. She was my star of the comeback. She looks amazing. I love that orange hair. I think she can rock it. And there's a confidence and kind of swag about her now that is fantastic. My wrecker is always Leah. I love her. I miss her on this comeback. I miss my girl. But I love all 5 of the members, like for different reasons. Like in a lot of groups, these aren't strong, heavy biases and wreckers because I think each woman in this group brings something to the table. But Yeji is my bias. Leah's my wrecker. It's time for my rankings from Itzy's new album, Born to Be. This is my list from least favorite to favorite. Just personal opinion, what stood out to me most listening to the album. At number 10, it's Escalator. Number 9, Yet But. That was Yuna's solo song. Number 8, Dynamite. Number 7, Runaway. That was Rujin's solo song. Number 6, Born to Be. Number 5 was Mine. That's Chaerong's solo song. Number 4, Crown on My Head, Yeji. Yes, Queen. Number 3, Mr. Vampire. My number 2 song, it's Blossom. It's Leah's song. And my number 1 song, it was the right pick for the title track. It's the best song on the album by far, in my opinion. Untouchable. Untouchable is untouchable. Best song on the Born to Be album. Congratulations to Itzy. Leaps and bounds better than the last few comebacks. I really, really like Untouchable. I think this is a great song, and I think this is going to be very successful. I have a feeling this is going to be a huge comeback for the ladies. So congratulations to them. I hope Leah is back soon. I love my girl. It was really, really great to still hear her voice on this comeback, but hopefully we'll get her back soon. with the ladies. Until then, these four are holding it down. They're doing a really great job. It's a good project. The title track for me really saves this project. I think there's some good songs, and then there's a lot of songs for me that were just okay. Um, Full transparency, full honesty here with Itzy. I think it's just kind of like pure opinion and taste based that I don't vibe with all of the songs the way I might with another girl group. And really, it's just tone, it's just vocals. I'm more of a fan of lower voices. That's, I gravitate towards R&B. I like a lower vocal, and Itzy kind of lives in a higher register a lot of times. So it's just not my personal taste. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not like my favorite thing. But Untouchable is fantastic. I like this song. I like the vibe. Love the choreography. So the comeback, to me, this is a successful comeback because that title track is so strong. Okay, let's move on to the next review because I'm dying to talk about this one. SF9 are an 8-member boy group. They debuted on FNC Entertainment in 2016. These guys have been around for a while. They were originally 9 members. Rowoon left the group last year to focus on acting. He's been doing really well, not mad at him. And then Jaehyun is currently in the military. This comeback took SF9 from 9 members to 7. They gave us an EP of 6 songs. The EP is titled Sequence. The single is called Bibora. I love this. I love this, and I'm going to tell you, I know it's early in the new year, but this is definitely my favorite song from 2024 by far of the new releases. It's kind of a traditional house beat. It's an unapologetic, upbeat dance track. I love it. I love it. And SF9, they have their own sound. I talk about that a lot where some groups are always chasing the trend. Other groups have a very distinct sound and vibe, like Stray Kids. SF9 have their own sound. There's a little bubbly house beat. There's a feel with their music that maybe I didn't realize until now. I really, really like these guys. I think they're so slept on and they should be huge. But this song, so good. There's not a lot. Speaking of like chasing a sound and chasing trends, in this one, there's not a lot of switch ups. There's not a lot of tempo changes. It's refreshing. It's just a good K-pop song. The hook is catchy. Bibora. It works. And I want to talk about the vocals. There's some really nice vocal moments here. I love the vocals in the verse where it goes, love me, love me, love me. It's a little bit of a lower tone. And Zuho does it in the first verse. And then Chani is the second verse. There's just something really nice about the warmth of that tone and how it balances with the higher vocals. It's a really nice sound. Chani's tone throughout the whole song is gorgeous. He kills this. In song's voice stands out as well. I love him in the pre-chorus. And then I've got to talk about Daewoon because he does like the second verse pre-chorus, and it reminds me so much of Shonu's voice from Monsta X. It just hit me with this comeback how similar their voices and their styling and their phrasing. It's really, really similar. So I'm probably not the first person that's heard that and pointed it out. Maybe I am. If you're a mom baby like me and you like SF9, if you're fantasy, maybe you've heard it too. I don't know, but there's something, and I noticed it then throughout the whole album. Like, oh my goodness, he sounds like Shonu. Zuho's flow, really nice in his rap part. I really, really like his verse. It's very melodic. It's not like this really cool, sleek K-pop song, and then all of a sudden this aggressive rap comes in. No, his rap fits that sleek vibe. I loved it. Cool, restrained, sexy. That's the whole song. And that's SF9 to a T. They're cool. There's some restraint there. There's the sleek sexiness to their sound, to their visuals that's undeniable. I'm here for this song. I'm here for that sound. It's very refreshing. And this is 2 weeks in a row now that I've reviewed kind of these grown men who aren't chasing the trend and are just putting out great K-pop music. I reviewed TVXQ last week. This week it's SF9. Let's keep this trend going. I love it. Speaking of grown men, let's talk about this music video. Oh my goodness, you guys. These visuals work. These visuals work. Tall, grown, handsome men. I will never be mad at that. Amazing. And I just want to point out, they had a major loss with Jaehyun and Rowoon. Both of those guys are really handsome, stunning visuals, also vocally talented. So to lose both of them and have a comeback that is this strong speaks to the talent of each and every member on this team. I loved this music video. It kind of looks like they're having nightmares and kind of beating themselves up for a mistake they made. And the lyrics of the song talk about regretting breaking up with someone, wanting to go back, and all the sleepless nights and kind of the pain that they're going through because they screwed things up. Guys, get it together. It's funny, but it seems like a theme in not only music, but life is the girl just having her heart broken and the guy being the one that screws things up and breaks the girl's heart and then regrets it. Just don't do it to begin with. And then you wouldn't have any of this. It'd just be like this happy music video where you're in love. Instead, these guys are stuck in tornadoes and like hurricanes. They're going through a storm because of a bad decision. So just do better. That's just an aside for men in general. Anyways, back to the music video. Um, it did a really good job of capturing that feeling and emotion, the sleepless nights and the kind of battling oneself. Gorgeous visuals. And there's some acting moments here. Ooh, there's some acting moments here. I love it when Zuho's in the car and he's like punching the roof. He is mad. I bought it. I liked it. Can we talk about Taeyang's long hair? He looked fantastic. He's serving vocals as well. I didn't mention him in the review, but he can really sing. Obviously, he kills the music video. He's their main dancer. This dude's a star. He killed it. Speaking of long hair, Hui Hyung looks amazing. Oh my goodness. I like that hair on him. I think he looks so handsome. He always looks handsome. But when he came on screen, I was like, oh my God. I mentioned the storms, the emotional toll this is taking on these guys. This was like a perfect music video because you have really stunning visuals. All these handsome men, they're serving some good acting. And then there's a lot of frozen elements around them. There's storms, there's a tornado. But of course, in the end, we get them outside dancing in the rain. If all else fails in a music video, just put the group outside, put them in a setting where they're dancing in the rain. I will never be mad at that. I could watch 20 music videos in a row of just people dancing in the rain, and I would love it. There's a reason that movie Singing in the Rain is so popular. Gene Kelly is out there dancing for his life. People love it. There's something about dancing in the rain that is so pleasing to the eye. SF9 killed it. They killed it. Of course, this is very different than Gene Kelly singing in the rain. When the K-pop boys dance in the rain, it's a little different vibe. And clearly it's a vibe that I'm into. I love a hot, sexy guy dancing in the rain is never a bad thing. So thank you. Thank you to the directors. Thank you to the group. You guys really executed that well. A lot of great visual moments in this music video. I think it really served SF9. The song is great and the music video is great. Sometimes that doesn't happen. A lot of times for me in K-pop, the song's just okay and the music video is really good. I love it when both of them are fantastic, and SF9 knocked it out of the park on this comeback. Really, really cool. This is totally random, but for anyone that watches K-dramas, Taeyang really looks like an actor, a K-drama actor to me. If you've ever seen Tale of the Nine-Tailed, his name's Lee Dong-wook, I believe. Look him up and look Taeyang up. They look so, so similar to me. Just saying. Um, let's move on to my standout tracks. This is hard. This was hard for me because they gave us 6 songs. All 6 songs are good. All 6 songs are good. But these were the songs that stood out to me upon first, second listen. Domino, Strings, and Morning Coffee. Okay. Domino really grabbed me. This is the track that stood out to me the most, if I'm being honest. That beat goes so hard and it's interesting. It's hard and it's aggressive, but it's not necessarily gritty. There's still a sleekness. There's still a little bit of refinement here that really fits SF9's signature sound. I love the phrasing and the tempo and the verse. Taeyang starts things off, and it's so cool. Really cool song. I love when InSong comes in with that yay. He does these like little touches in every single song. There's these little moments, song after song after song, that grab my attention because they're subtle and they're cool. So, so good. He's subtly such a killer in this group. I love those moments. There's also a whistle that's fun. Domino is just a really different sounding song that grabbed me. This is cool. There's a swaggy kind of vibe here that I'm not mad at. There must be something with songs named Domino because, of course, I think of Stray Kids. Obviously, that's an amazing song that Stray Kids have. Now, SF9 is in there with their song Domino, and it's great. Maybe that's the secret sauce. Name the song Domino, and it'll be good. Let's talk about Strings. Oh, Strings is so romantic and sweet. It's like happy love. It's the lyrics are so sweet. This is someone that's been in a long-term relationship and saying they're still so in love. Their feelings haven't changed since the first day. It's really heartwarming. It's not necessarily a ballad. It's a little bit more mid-tempo, but it sounds like it's strictly made for a K-drama. This is right out of a K-drama, and the chorus is so pretty. It's just a beautiful song. And again, they're not like changing things up and doing dramatic switch ups and changing the sound and trying to like shock the listener. They're releasing just good songs and there's nothing crazy. It doesn't go in a crazy direction. You don't always need that. And I really appreciate it. And maybe that's why this album for me is so good. These are just good songs. Strings is beautiful. It's very heartwarming. I loved it. My last song is Morning Coffee. There's a smooth groove here, a slight funky vibe with that guitar, but it stays chill. It stays grounded. Another great chorus. It's cute, but still cool, not too cutesy. Um, like Morning Coffee. It's a great song to listen to in the morning. It's uplifting, it's happy, it's a good mood song, but it's still chill enough that like it's not going to jar you when you're half asleep. It's not jarring. I like my morning songs to be happy and uplifting without something that's so heavy and intense. I'm not a morning person. I ease into my day. But this song is for sure on my happy morning playlist. Morning Coffee's so cute, happy, bubbly. It's just great. I love this song. I love this whole album. It's time to talk bias and bias wrecker. In this group, like I mentioned, Jaehyun is currently in the military. He's my bias. So my wrecker is sliding into that bias position just for this comeback. Hui Hyung is my wrecker. So he's biased now. And then Daehoon has slid into that wrecker position. Maybe because his voice reminds me so much of Shonu, or maybe because he looked ridiculously handsome in the Bibora music video. I don't know, but he's wrecker. It's time for my rankings from SF9's new EP Sequence. From my least favorite to my favorite, I've got to be real. I loved this album. So this is like by a hair. And my last place song is definitely not a bad song. I really liked all 6. But let's get it going. Number 6, Superconductor. Number 5 was Midnight Sun. Number 4, Morning Coffee. Number 3, Strings. My number 2 song, and this was just by a hair, was Domino. I love that song. But my number 1 song from SF9's new EP, it was the right choice for the title track. Bibora is fantastic. Really great song. I'm so happy with this comeback. It's my favorite song so far in 2024. Really, really, really good song. You guys check them out. Go listen to SF9 if you haven't. Watch their music videos. This group is criminally slept on in K-pop. They deserve so much better. So let's support them. Let's show good music some love. Really proud of you, SF9. It's hard to go from 9 to 7 for this comeback. They knocked it out of the park. This group is so mature and sleek and cool. Big fan. I've been a fan of SF9. I discovered them late. I discovered them in 2020 on Kingdom. I was like, who the hell are these like models? They came in and they were just men among boys. They were so handsome, so cool. Definitely fell for SF9 during Kingdom, and I've been a fan ever since. If you haven't checked them out, do it. They get a high recommendation from me. If my taste and my reviews mean anything to you, I'm telling you, these guys have it. They're good. Check them out. Let me know what you think. Okay, moving on. Another group that I'm pretty passionate about, RIIZE. RIIZE is a 7-member boy group. They debuted in 2023. They're part of what I call the 5th generation. They're on SM Entertainment. Right now, there's 6 members. Sunghan is on hiatus. Hopefully, he'll be coming back in the foreseeable future. But until then, they've got 6 members, released a new single called Love 119. And I love this song. It's a blend of like hip hop, R&B, and bubblegum pop. It works so well. It has these R&B vocals that could easily fit into a ballad, but they kept the tempo up a little bit, giving it more energy than a traditional ballad. I think that really works. And again, that's like reminiscent of bubblegum pop, like it's still kind of poppy and a little young. The chorus is more of a chant. And then all of a sudden at the end, you get these gorgeous vocals. Those were a surprise in the best way. Sohee is a weapon. I'm going to say that. I've been saying it. They have a real vocalist on this team. He's continuing the tradition of SM boy groups before him. They always have amazing singers on SM. Those boy groups, each and every one, have so many talented singers. RIIZE, they're no different. Sohee's a weapon. And then you have Anton and Wonbin, who are also really talented. I like this group. There's so much to like. Love 119. There's something really innocent and nostalgic about this song that I liked. It's perfect for kind of a young, cool boy group. Nice harmonies. Nice harmonies. Unsuk and Anton have a moment, and then Shotaro and Sohee go right into their harmony. Very nice. They have a lot of that throughout the song. I liked it. And then the bridge, you get Shotaro and Sungchan rapping. I love those guys. I think a lot of us do. A lot of NCT fans are very familiar with them. And it's been so satisfying to see them finally in a group of their own. And they're killing it. They're both doing so well. So I always am happy to hear their voices. The cool part about their rapping in the bridge is it goes right into this old school vocal melody. They go seamlessly in and out of that in this song. Oh, it's so nice. I love it. And it's a very different feel for like 4th or 5th gen. Musically, this felt different and exciting to me. My only negative for Love 119, it's too short. It's too short. I felt like it was building up to kind of this epic ending chorus, and all of a sudden it cut off. It's under 3 minutes. I would have liked like 3.5 minutes. It's a little too short for my taste, but otherwise they nailed it. Let's talk about this music video. Oh my goodness, the vibe here. It's young, it's fun, it's fresh. I just kept thinking, how can you not like these guys? They're so sweet and likable and feel relatable as young men. I love seeing them hang out and laughing and joking around and riding their bikes. In this music video, they're in school and they have a crush. It was very wholesome. It felt like watching a K drama or something. I liked the scenes in the snow. There's this ending part of the music video. It's like they went on a field trip or something and they're walking through the snow. They make snow angels, but they're still dressed in their school uniforms and they have on like really nice coats. It reminded me of Dead Poets Society. Very old movie. A lot of you probably have never even heard of it, but it's one of my favorites. So highly recommend that movie if you haven't seen it. But the visuals reminded me of that, seeing these young guys in their school uniforms and nice coats walking in the snow. The dance scenes are, of course, great. I mean, I'll say this, and I don't think it's debatable that RIIZE are the best dancers in the fifth generation. All 7 of them are insane, sick dancers, and they killed it in this music video. So, what was wrong with the Call 119 music video, you might ask? Because I'm over here saying it was great. I love the song. I thought the styling, everything, they looked great. It was cool. Choreography is cool. The storyline was very wholesome. So, what was wrong in this music video? I'm going to tell you what was wrong. The stylist have hidden Shatara's forehead once again. You all know how passionate I am about freeing the forehead. All you have to do in K-pop is free the forehead. When they free the forehead on these male idols, they go from like cute to like the hottest guy alive. Shataro had a blonde bowl cut not too long ago that I was not happy with. Blonde bowl cuts with the bangs like matted down. It's my least favorite look in K-pop. I hate it. I hate it. Then all of a sudden for award season, guess what happened? They parted his hair. And all of a sudden, the most handsome person in the world came out. Shataro was looking like a superstar. I mean, he already is a superstar and he's already so handsome, even with the matted down bangs. But I mean, this was like next level. I had people saying, oh, I get why you're obsessed with Shataro now. Exactly. So I felt very confident. And actually, for most of them, they've been shown a lot of forehead recently. So I've been feeling great about it. What did the stylist do in this music video, you guys? Oh, I don't know. Let's dye his hair back to brown. That's fine. Brown, black hair, I'm fine. But let's also matte the bangs. Let's also put the bangs into his eyes. It was like Tay from BTS. Like the hair was like in his eyes the whole freaking music video. Stop doing that. Stop it. Please. Let Shataro's forehead breathe for more than one award show performance. I beg you. Let's just like give him 2 months without covering his face with hair. Let his forehead breathe. It would be a game changer for the world. The world would be happier. Everyone would be living peacefully in harmony if you just free the forehead. Please, SM stylists, you can't give us a taste of that and then go back to matted down bowl cuts. Anyways, I get it. You wanted him to look young and innocent. It's very schoolboy. I get it, but not everybody else. Like, why always Shataro? Just let his forehead breathe for an entire music video, for an entire comeback. That's my ask. Anyways, he still looked great. He still looked so handsome. He looked very cute. All 6 of them looked fantastic. Their face cards do not decline. Each and every one of them in this group. They're so good looking. So that's just a little nitpicky, but it's also my biggest pet peeve in K-pop with the boy groups. I hate it. I hate when they suffocate their forehead by matting down their hair. No guy needs bangs, period. Like in general, like free the forehead. Free the forehead. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, sorry about that. I get a little passionate sometimes, but that's my only nitpick of the music video. Otherwise, I really liked it. Time to talk biases. Clearly, Shotaro is my bias. He always has been. He always will be. He's sunshine in this world. My wrecker continues to be Unsuk. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but there's something about him that just grabs me. In this group, it's hard though, because they're all really handsome, interesting, dynamic performers, charisma. I don't think you can go wrong picking anyone as a bias or wrecker in RIIZE. I'm a massive fan of them. I'm excited to see them come out with something, but give us an album. Give us an EP at least. I would love like a proper comeback that's just not single after single after single. These guys are really talented, and I'm really hoping soon for a full album. So, congratulations to them. I'm clearly a big fan. Thank you all so much for your support from last week's episode. A lot of you vibed with what I was saying about Stray Kids and what happened with them at the SBS year-end show. Yeah, I mean, it was a disaster. I think someone should be held accountable for who sabotaged their performance, but I'm happy to know so many of you agreed with what I said, that I did think that that was on purpose. It was such a major screw up. I'm not sure how else you could describe what happened there. The good news is they killed it at the Golden Disc Awards. Oh my goodness. Have you guys seen Stray Kids' performance at Golden Disc? It was perfection. It was perfection. Obviously, they killed it, but the camera work was good. The sound worked, all of their lighting, everything worked. There was finally no sabotage, and they got through the performance, and it looked great. They sounded great. Golden Disc Awards killed it. There were a lot of really good performances. I was so relieved to see that with Stray Kids, though. So shout out to them. They finally got their year-end moment where we can all celebrate a great performance. I think stays are probably pretty happy with that one. I know I am. And speaking of hair, Hyunjin's hair right now is phenomenal. He never stops impressing me with those visuals. He went from like the longer blonde to a shorter dark red. It's like a reddish purple. Obviously the forehead is showing. He looks phenomenal. He might need to stop working out though. I'm sorry, but it's getting to be too much. Like with that face, and now he's like getting really ripped. No, it's not fair. It's not fair for the rest of them, Hyunjin. It's not fair for anyone. Maybe it's time to stop going to the gym. And yeah. Anyways, Hyunjin looked amazing. I'm a very happy fan right now. He's killing it. So shout out to him. And I know everyone's freaking out about the eyebrow piercing. That was big news. Hyunjin has like a little bar thing right here. I think it's fine. He looks good with anything, honestly. Hyunjin can rock anything. I'm not mad at him. And piercings are a lot easier than tattoos. You get a tattoo and you don't like it, you actually have to go through cover up or removal. You get a piercing and don't like it, you just go bloop, you take it out. Not a big deal. So yeah, that's fine. Way to express yourself. I also want to give a major shout out to the boys and to ATEEZ. They released new music videos. I'm not reviewing them because I've reviewed both of those albums, but the boys released a music video for the subunit song Honey, and ATEEZ released a music video for their subunit song It's You. Ooh, both of these music videos are fire. They're so great. I'm a fan of those songs. I like that both those groups, but shout out to them for those music videos. If you know, you know. If you don't, go to YouTube and watch. Okay, it's time for the news. Here's what's happening in K-pop since the last time I spoke with you. KCON dates have formally been announced. Big things happening in the world of KCON. Starts off in Hong Kong, March 30th and 31st. Then KCON Japan will happen May 10th through the 12th. The United States here in LA, they moved it up a month. It was in August. Now it's in July, July 26th, 27th, and 28th. And Europe and Saudi Arabia have dates coming soon. So those will probably be in the fall. I went to KCON for the first time this year with my friend Meg. Meg was a guest on Stray Kids episode and episode number 1. We had the best time. Definitely going again this year. Really looking forward to it. I highly recommend it. The convention stuff, I think maybe that's hit or miss depending on what you're there for. I'm always there for the music and for the concerts. And I thought the concerts were fantastic. My only knock is that the groups only performed a couple songs. I would have liked maybe 3 songs each, 4 songs each. But the lineup was great last year. So Hopefully they have a good lineup this year and I'll be in attendance, but that's exciting. And I'm excited for everyone listening from Saudi Arabia, Europe. I'm guessing they're going to do it in London or Paris. Who knows? But there's so many K-pop fans around the world. And when these groups do like world tours, there's a lot of places where they don't go. It's exciting to see it become more and more global and to see fans have a chance to experience this live because there's really nothing like it. So, congratulations to everyone who gets an opportunity to go KCON. Haechan from NCT got super sick. He had kind of the flu, then they realized he had really bad tonsillitis. Tonsillitis sucks. I used to get tonsillitis and strep throat like once a month. It was so bad. I got my tonsils out like early to mid 20s, which they usually don't do, but I was so tired of being sick and it worked well. Knock on wood, but I haven't had strep throat since. So maybe it's time to get his tonsils out. I don't know, but that's painful and it's not fun. So wishing Haechan a quick recovery and hopefully he's resting and just letting his body fight off that. Let's talk about some comebacks. We have some comebacks happening soon. We always do. Weekly has a comeback coming up, the ladies of Weekly. That's January 25th, I believe. Idol, January 29th. At the end of January is stacked. I went over a lot last week. They're like the 22nd, 23rd. End of January is totally stacked. I will be bringing you reviews. Don't worry. Superstar Cha Eun-woo. He from Astro. He's also like a big K-drama actor. He's also always voted the most handsome face in Korea. He's like, you talk about face cards that don't decline. This man, he has confirmed his solo debut will be happening in the first half of this year. Look forward to that. 10 from NCT is finally releasing a solo album. I can't wait to hear that. He's aiming for a February release, so that's coming up. It'll be here before you know it. Looking forward to it. IVE is dropping their first all English single next week. Ooh, that'll be interesting. And it's official. I've been talking about it, but it's official. Chen and Schumann are now signed to Bacon's agency, INB 100. Official social media photos of all three artists went up this week. It's like official. They all look great. So that's really exciting. Massive congrats to Bake. SM released a statement that all 8 members will continue XO activities under SM. So this happens a lot. When groups kind of age out of their contracts, they don't want to sign the big contracts anymore. They'll sign with another agency, another agency to represent them, but they'll still participate in group activities under the original agency or label. That's not a huge deal. Even like in Monsta X, IM's not with Starship anymore. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of the way it goes. So I don't think that'll negatively affect EXO, but I'm excited for CBX. I'm excited for those guys. More and more statistics are coming in for the end of 2023 album sales. You know, we're getting more and more info, more and more data. And one thing I thought was interesting for album sales CDs, which would be all of the albums we all buy, the top 10, it was nothing but Taylor Swift and K-pop groups. That was it. So Taylor Swift was number 1. Number 2, Stray Kids for 5-star. Number 3, Tomorrow Together. Number 4, Stray Kids. Number 5, New Jeans. Number 6, Twice. Number 7, 17. Number 8 was Taylor Swift. 9, Taylor Swift. And 10, Jungkook. So for the top like CD sales in the United States, 7 out of 10 were K-pop groups. Only 3 were outside of K-pop. They all belong to Taylor Swift. Stray Kids were in the top 5 twice. They're number 2 and number 4. This is the second year in a row for Stray Kids that they have 2 entries on that chart. They were the number 1 group, K-pop group, for overall sales in the United States. They were the number 2 for album sales in the United States in general, not just K-pop. Congratulations to Stray Kids for killing it. But congratulations to all 6 groups on that list. Like, it's amazing. And I don't think it's a surprise Definitely not a surprise for this specific CD list because that's part of being a K-pop stan. You buy albums, you want to pull photo cards. It's a whole thing. So that's a little interesting tidbit. M Countdown has some new MCs. It's official. It's now going to be Boy Next Door's Jaehyun, RIIZE's Sohee, and Zero Base One's Hanbin. Those three, amazing. Talk about powerhouse, like fifth generation. I love all of them and I love those groups. So that'll be fun. Congratulations to them. And tickets are now on sale for Crazy Super Concert here in LA. It's a good lineup. If you're here or if you love these groups and you're flying in for it, I'll be there. I'm very excited. You have the boys, Zero Base One, aespa, Idol, Taeyang. It's going to be great. So just want to remind everybody that that's happening February 10th and I will be there. So come join me. Um, Next week, it's Fandom Face-off. Get ready. So excited for that. And the Patreon is finally up. No pressure, but I would really appreciate it. So check out that link. Feel free to join. But most importantly, thank you for your support every week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of my life. Thank you for being on this ride, this K-pop journey. I love K-pop. I love music. To me, it's the universal language. I love music, the way it connects us, the way it changes things, the way it makes you feel seen and heard through a simple lyric or note. Music is so powerful, and I'm blessed to talk about it every week and get to connect with all of you from all over the world. I don't take it for granted. I'm so happy to be here. I will keep doing this forever, for as long as possible. I love it so much. And I think 2024 is going to be a big year for Kpop Weekly. Keep an eye on the channel. I'm very excited. And massive thank you to everyone who watches every week, leaving comments, engaging in the content. I appreciate you so much. Again, apologies if I don't respond to everyone. This is a one-woman show. I'm doing all of this by myself, and I only have so many hours in the day. So sometimes I can't respond to everyone as quickly as I want to, but that doesn't mean I won't respond. I will definitely get to your comments. Thank you so much for leaving so many positive comments. It means something to me to know that people out there are listening and you connect with what I'm saying. Thank you. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the show if you haven't. Like, follow, do all that cheesy stuff. I appreciate all of you who already have. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I hope 2024 is going well. And if it's not, it's early. It's so early. It's really early in the year. Let's switch it up. And now let's have a good year. We're only 2 weeks in. Things can change so quickly. Let's try to keep it positive, keep things moving. I love you. I hope you're healthy and happy. And I will talk to you next week. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Fandom Face-off drops next Friday. Bye.